Hello and welcome to the channel, where we dig through the fog of history, unravel stories that were buried too fast, and ask the uncomfortable questions others won't. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Like the video, share it, especially with someone who still believes all history is black and white. Because today, we go back to July 3rd, 1988, the day the United States shot down a civilian airliner, killed 290 innocent people, and then walked away with medals. Bandarabas, Iran. It's a normal Sunday. Iran Air Flight 655 prepares for takeoff. A short 28-minute hop to Dubai. On board 290. Families, pilgrims, businessmen, children. The youngest is just a year old. The Airbus A300 lifts into the sky at 10:17 a.m. What they don't know is that a U.S. warship is watching. The USS Vincennes, armed with radar, missiles, and tension, is sailing just off the coast in Iranian waters. This wasn't supposed to be a war zone, but the Persian Gulf was boiling over. Iran and Iraq were at war. America, officially neutral. Unofficially involved. Inside the Vincennes, radar picks up a plane. It's climbing. Straight, slow, calm. The computer IDs it. Commercial aircraft. But somehow, the crew convinces themselves it's a threat. An Iranian F-14 fighter jet. Even though this plane is climbing, not diving. Even though it's broadcasting the correct civilian signal. Even though it's exactly where a civilian plane should be, they claim it's coming for them. They panic. At 10:24 a.m., 2SM-2, surface-to-air missiles fire. Moments later, Flight 655 is shredded mid-air. Wreckage rains into the Gulf. Bodies float in the water. All 290 people aboard are dead. 66 of them are children. The world reels. Iran is outraged. But the United States, they go into defense mode. At a press conference, President Reagan says it was a regrettable accident. The Pentagon releases inaccurate maps to show the Vincennes was in international waters. Later, this is proven false. The ship was deep in Iranian territory. The U.S. insists the plane was behaving like a threat. But the black box, radar data, and eyewitnesses say otherwise. Even the captain of a nearby U.S. Navy ship questions the Vincennes call, but none of it matters. No one is punished. No one is charged. No one is fired. Instead, in 1990, Captain Will Rogers III, the man who gave the order to fire, is awarded the Legion of Merit for his calm and professional command. So here's the question. Was this really a mistake? Or something darker? Some believe the U.S. wanted to send a message to Iran, an unspoken show of power. Others say the ship was operating aggressively, looking for a fight. That the Vincennes crew, nicknamed Robocruiser by other Navy officers, had a history of provocative behavior. Why did they lie about their location? Why hide the radar data? Why decorate the people who pulled the trigger? Iran accused the U.S. of a deliberate act of terror. The International Court of Justice got involved. Years later, America agreed to pay compensation, but never apologized. Let that sink in. They paid for the bodies, but never admitted the guilt. And what about the victims? Flight 65 wasn't just numbers. It was birthdays, love letters in suitcases, children clutching teddy bears, parents planning to return home, futures gone in a flash. The families, they didn't just lose loved ones. They lost faith in justice. Their grief was ignored. Their truth rewritten. Their voices drowned out by press releases and military protocol. 35 years later, Iran still remembers. Every year, July 3rd is a national day of mourning. But in the West, most people have never even heard of Flight 655. And now, as tensions between Iran, the U.S., and Israel rise again, as the Strait of Hormuz becomes another powder keg, you have to wonder, was Flight 655 a one-time tragedy? Or was it a preview of what happens when power goes unchecked? When militaries act without consequences, history doesn't just repeat. Sometimes it never stopped. This was the story of Flight 655, a moment erased from textbooks, a mass killing with no trial, a tragedy that still floats quietly in the waters of the Persian Gulf. And maybe the most chilling part, the world moved on. If this story moved you, if it made you question the narrative, if it made you feel something, rage, sorrow, disbelief, then don't just scroll away. Tell us what story they never wanted you to know. And ask yourself, if this could happen in 1988, what else are they getting away with today?